Sea Lion Show here at Chessington World of Adventures Resort. Now, put your hands together for our expert animal trainers and the stars of our show, the Sea Lions!
Well, welcome adventurers down here to Sea Lion Bay, and of course welcome to Chessington World of Adventures Resort. My name is Vicky. You have joined us on this beautiful sunny day here at the bay, and down on the beach is Pam, and of course the star of our presentation. Yeah, he's giving you a nice little wave. He goes by the name of Harley. Now Harley is 18 years old. He is our oldest resident down here at the bay. But don't worry, he's not ancient and decrepit. They can live to maybe late 20s, even 30 years old. So don't worry, he's got a long way to go yet. But Harley, as he's been here the longest, loves to show off the most. So he's going to be the star for you today. So every time you see something that impresses you, Harley, what do you want lots of from our adventurers? Lots and lots of clapping as well. Oh, and I think you have some questions to answer. So, Harley, how loud do they have to be? Yeah, pretty loud so that he can hear you, and of course I can hear you as well. Right, okay, let's get things started then. So, let's kick things off with your first question, adventurers. You need to shout out for me as loud as you can, what type of animal is Harley? Yeah, well done adventurers, he is a sea lion, he's nodding for you. He's definitely a sea lion, and I'm glad I heard no one say the word seal. Yep, we're here at Sea Lion Bay. Harley is a Californian sea lion, but yeah, even after our presentations, we still have people ask us about our seals. It's very embarrassing for sea lions like Harley to be called a seal, because they're two different species of animal that just come from the same family. So Harley's going to point out the three main differences for you, so never again can you get the two confused. Now the first one's a little bit hard to see, so you might have to squint a little bit and have a really good look. He's taking himself over to the rock so you can have a good look. There's two things on the side of his head, one on each side. He listens with them, and we have them as well. What do we call these things? Ears. Nice and loud, adventurers, well done. Yep, he has ears. It sounds very silly, but a seal doesn't have them. It only has a hole that leads all the way to the inner ear. Just like a bird, you're not going to see any ears on a seal. But I appreciate you have to be a little bit close to be able to see those beautiful little ears of his. So for the second difference, I need your help, adventurers. I need you to raise your arms in the air for me like this. Let's wave some hands in the air, stretch those right out to catch some sun. Yep, have a nice. Oh, good long arms, adventurers. Now I need you to compare the length of your arms. Well, Harley, if you please, to these things. Yeah, I know, Harley. Come on, everyone's got their arms in the air, Harley. Yeah, he's showing you how long and strong his front flippers are. Look at that comparison with the length of your arms, adventurers. Yeah, check him out. He's got very long, very strong front flippers. In fact, they're as long as an adult human arm. Nice and simple, that's why I wanted you to compare them to your own. Thank you very much, seagulls. Now, a seal's front flipper is much, much smaller. In fact, it's 6 times smaller. It's the size of our hands. So yeah, seals have rather pathetic front flippers in comparison. Another reason why Harley gets very embarrassed to be called a seal. Now this does mean the third and final difference is how these animals move around. Now I did say Harley likes to show off. He likes lots of cheering and clapping. So he's got a piece of music that he's going to show you how a sea lion moves around in the water and on the land as well. Alright Harley, whenever you're ready, take it away. Adventurers, Harley, before Douglas takes us to the end of his showing off for you. Give him a big round of applause for his fantastic agility and speed in the water and on the land, as I said. So you can see, sea lions move very, very easily on the land. So they rotate their hind flippers, they walk on all fours. He can, in fact, outrun a human being if he wanted to as well. He's very, very fast when he wants. Now he's quick, agile, pretty flexible. A seal though looks a little bit different on the land. So Harley's got some impressions for you. Harley, can you show our adventurers how tall a seal is first of all? Yeah. They move a little bit differently as well, don't they, Harley? So yeah, they have to drag themselves across the floor on their bellies. So that's a nice easy way of telling them apart when they're on the land. Also in the water though, you can still tell the difference. They swim very differently. Harley uses his strong front flippers in a breaststroke-like motion to swim through the water, pushing himself in and out in that porpoising motion that dolphins are very famous for as well. A seal would never be able to swim using those front flippers because it doesn't have them. So Harley, what does a seal use to swim with instead? Yeah, it's really embarrassing. It's their bottoms. They have to wiggle their bottoms and move their tail muscles. Give him a big round of applause. Being a seal is very embarrassing for him, so he's done a very good job. Now adventurers, those are of course just the differences between the two, but seals and sea lions do come from the same family, known as the pinniped family, and it just means flipper-footed. It also contains their cousin, the walrus. All of these animals, of course, do have some things in common as well, and the first thing is what they like to eat. What do you think Harley likes to eat? Harley, you like your fish? Yeah, he can eat 7 kilos of fish in a day at the moment, and in winter he can get up to 12 kilos a day. Yeah, sea lions are top predators out there. Oh, sorry Harley, actually I don't think you are the top predator out there in the ocean. It's a bit sad, isn't it? He is a predator, but there is something a bit larger that might like to hunt him too. But he is the king of impressions, so when you know what he's doing an impression of, shout it out nice and loud for me, okay, so he can hear you as well. But whenever you're ready, Harley, take it away. I can only hear some people, so I don't know. Come on, adventurers, all together, what is it? A shark, of course. He's pretending to be the great white shark. Very scary stuff down here at the bay. Luckily, Harley doesn't have to worry about them, but if he did, he'd very easily be able to get away from those pesky sharks by doing the behaviour you saw earlier, known as porpoising, where they jump in and out of the water. Now, he creates lots of bubbles and splashes. He can twist and turn his body in all sorts of directions doing this. He can swim almost forever doing this as well, because he catches a nice big gasp of air every time he comes out of the pool. Now, also, you can imagine this is only one sea lion creating all of these nice bubbles and splashes. If there was up to 20 sea lions creating all of this commotion, the shark would have no idea on where he'd be able to catch his prey. Give him a nice big round of applause for his porpoising. He's got some nice big height out of the water today. Now, adventurers, there is another threat out there to seals, sea lions, walruses, and pretty much all marine life, unfortunately though. This one stands on 2 legs, lives on the land, and is rather embarrassing. What do we think that one could be? Yeah, oh, humans. We've got some very bad habits, and the one we're going to talk about today is our littering. If you drop litter anywhere in the UK, it can very easily end up back into one of our many water systems. We've got rivers, streams, man-made water systems that all end up back in the sea. Now, if it hasn't already done some damage to other animals on the way down, sea lions like ours who swallow their fish whole can swallow litter very, very easily by accident. Harley, actions speak louder than words. Show our adventurers what happens when you eat litter, please. Yeah. I think we're going to need a collective, the sea lion, please. It's very sad. Luckily, Harley is just a bit of a drama queen, so he's just showing you how important it is to make sure your litter goes in the bin. This is where he stands up. Harley's just showing you how important... Sorry, adventurers, give us 1 second. We're just going to try a little trick. I think I know Harley's ticklish. He's just hamming it up now, but yeah, give him a big round of applause. He's just showing you how important it is to make sure you put your litter in the bin, because of course we cannot wake up all of the animals if that was to be true. Now, this is bringing us to the end of our presentation. Thank you very much for joining us. You've been a fantastic audience. If you've got any questions, we'll be happy to answer them just over here by the stairs behind me. But Harley's going to show off for you a couple more times before he's joined by his cohorts who are hiding away in the back at the moment. Now, it's obviously not the last animal presentation of today. We've got a penguin talk at 2:30. We have an animal antics display at 2 and at 4 o'clock just outside Hocus Pocus Hall. And of course, we have another sea lion show where Harley will be joined by his half-brother Dante for the 3 o'clock show. But whatever you choose to do, enjoy the rest of your adventure.